Behind the Ramble is proudly sponsored by GLASBY Pallets. They're offering a one-stop solution for all your pallet needs. Get in touch on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. Thank you to Sonny and the team for their support for Behind the Ramble.
Coops here. I subscribe to Behind the Ramble. I keep following, and all the best.
What is happening, people? We are back in the taxi. As I record, it is 6:20 on a Friday night. Apologies that it's so dark. This is the first time I've been in the taxi this week. I wanted to have a bit of time where I just sit and have a chat with you about what plans are for tonight and stuff like that. But we got a visit straight away. We got a trip through that was from Ossett, which is 5 minutes from my house, to Bradford, 18 quid. So we've jumped on it straight away, and I'll jump on and have a chat with you once I've picked up Andy and taken him to Bradford. So I'll see you soon. Right, dudes, it is only 7:30. I know it's not long since I updated you, but I've done well tonight. I've done 33 quid. I'm just in Leeds at the minute. I want to get out of here if I can, so I've just knocked it off till I get a little bit further outside. Leeds is absolute chaos, and you get stuck in loads of traffic. It's a horrible place to drive. So if I can, I try and avoid Leeds city centre. So we're heading back towards home, and then we'll go back online when I finish speaking to you guys. Right then, it is 8:42. So we've been out about 2 hours, 20 minutes. We're on 55 quid. Decent, that, isn't it? Friday night, can't go wrong. Yeah, we're going to carry on. It's still early doors in terms of what we could earn tonight. I don't want to be out too long because we're up early tomorrow. We've got football with girls. Early doors, and then I'm on a watch along, and then 90 after 90 tomorrow. I might come back out in taxi tomorrow night, which is Saturday. I went on hot on the presser this morning. I worked all morning on Ramble stuff. Got some really exciting news, which I'll be dropping tomorrow on 90 after 90, but I can tell you here because it won't be released until then. Made our first big investment as a channel, and we're going to be sponsoring Patrick Bamford as the Blades Ramble for the rest of the season. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe we're at a point where we can actually do this. Yeah, just incredible, really. Absolutely incredible. So grateful to be able to do that. Thank you to all our sponsors and our supporters that allow me to not only do this full time, but then hopefully get the Ramble seen by more people, and obviously it's supporting the club as well. So it's going back into the football club. So it's brilliant that we can do that. So exciting things to come from that. I want to acknowledge something that's been spoken about quite recently in our Platinum chat, which is mental health. Thank you to everybody for their openness about how they've been. I know it's not always easy, but I think we've forged a bit of a community where people can be open about it. I'm not going to mention any names on here, obviously, but just from my perspective, we played Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday as I record this, the last Sunday, and we won 3-0. We then were going to be playing Portsmouth on Wednesday, and we were bouncing into that fixture essentially, but for some reason I got up on Wednesday morning and it was due to be the first after party if we won, and I felt really, really low, to the point where I went back to bed. I just changed my plans. I was going to go out in the taxi because I kept the day free to do a bit of taxi work, but I just felt so low. And that's okay. I recognised that I was having a bad day. I was able to, well, I don't know if going to bed's a reasonable solution for it really, but I don't know if I were overtired because I've been doing an awful lot recently, or what the situation was. But then we went to the game. I went with my dad, and then we went out afterwards because we won, and we did the after party, which were brilliant, and it ended up being a fantastic evening all round. And hopefully nobody will have known that I'd been struggling massively that day, and I woke up on the Thursday, I were a lot better. And I say hopefully, not because I don't want to be misinterpreted as, because I always will be honest with people about you know, my mental health struggles and stuff like that. But also, by the same token, you don't want to be Eeyore, do you? You don't want to be out on a night out, or which is essentially what we were after the football, or even at a social function or anything really. I didn't want to burden my dad with it because he worries about it. So it's not necessarily the perfect way to deal with it the way I did it. I'm never proclaiming to have all the answers either, but I think it's important to know that for everybody to know that we all struggle, and you know, we know that talking is probably the best, but we don't all do that, do we? There's different ways in which we deal with it, and however we choose to deal with it, as long as we know we're going to be okay at the end, then that's all right, isn't it? I started talking because I felt like I had to talk when I was really, really low, because I thought I was getting to that point where I needed to speak to someone, or you know, people that have cause to be worried. But thankfully I'm no longer in that headspace, and ever since that down day I've been absolutely fine. I know how I am now. I know how to manage those days. I'm still heavily medicated for my mental health, and no shame in that at all. No shame in that from me and anybody that else is considering that route. If that's something you want to explore, then that's, everybody's open to their own decisions about it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that you're not on your own, and I have no reason to be low at the moment. Everything is going really well. I've got a brilliant family that loves and supports me, and I love and support them. I've got a brilliant job. I've got, how many blades would love to have my job? I've got a brilliant community that holds that platform together. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So absolutely incredible, and there's no reason for me to be low. My family's thankfully healthy, all being well, touch everything. So yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. There don't have to be, does there? You know, I know people who are very well off who struggle as well. So look after yourselves. I'm going to jump back now onto my fares. Sorry to get so deep, but I think it's sometimes worth stopping and chatting every now and again, just to say we're all, you know, you never know what's going on behind closed doors, do you? So yeah, I'm going to jump back on, and I'll see if we can break this 100 quid as quick as possible, and then we'll see how we go from there. We'll sort of yeah, steady away. Catch you in a bit. 25 past 10, and we're on 91 quid, which is good. I'm laughing because I've just picked up one of Cal Fowler's mates. So we get talking about football like we tend to do when you pick up anybody really. I'll just try and stay at conversation to football if they're interested. Yeah, I'm picking him up in Barnsley. I says, oh, do you follow Barnsley? He says, a little bit. I says, oh, do you know Cal Fowler? Do you watch him on YouTube or out? He says, honestly mate, I played football with Cal Fowler for years. I'm like, oh God. He says, actually, now I've seen your face. Anyway, we got talking about it. So, bloody, so we sent a picture to Cal. Let's see what he says. But small world, small world. So yeah, I'm stuck over in Barnsley, and we'll see if I can sort of meander back towards Wakey Way. But we've been, what, just over 3 hours, 91 quid. Friday nights are the one, aren't they? Friday nights. So we'll crack on, see how long we can go for, and I'll oh, there's a little cat there. Hey up, mate. Right, see you in a bit. Right, home. In fact it's pretty much bang on 20 past 11. So I've been out for 4 hours, £106 and a penny. I'm calling it there, because sometimes you have to quit while you're ahead. And although I could probably stay out a lot longer tonight, I'm also conscious that I'm up early in the morning for the girls' football game. I've got to be there for 9 o'clock. And then I'm doing a watch along and a 90 after 90, which will take me till about 4:30. Then I've got to do some editing. And if I want to go out after that, then I can't be finishing at 1-2 o'clock in the morning, even though it probably will be quite lucrative. So I'm just trying to be a bit more sensible in balancing my time out a little bit. Because if I do go to 1-2 o'clock in the morning, I might get to 160 quid, but it's, in fact I probably would on this trajectory, wouldn't I? But I then wouldn't go out tomorrow night probably, because I'd be too tired, no doubt. So right, I will, I'll call it there. Hopefully this won't be the end of the video, but if it is, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you soon. Now then, and welcome back to Ramble HQ. I was expecting to be out in the taxi a little bit more this week, but it just didn't pan out. And I'm a little bit annoyed with myself at that, but in all fairness, I've struggled for time for an awful lot of things this week. It's been a 3-game week for Sheffield United. We're trying new stuff on all the channels we've got, to be fair. So it's not just quite happened where I've had the time to get back in the taxi, but we made 106 quid last trip. You add that together to the running total, that's 689 quid for the month. We're going to deduct that from what we need. Or what do we say, 650 quid did we that we're going to deduct? So let's just say that, what are we on? It's not much, is it? It's not much in terms of a profit, a clean profit. What's that, 39 quid? 39 quid clean profit this month. So, because that's going towards future bills, isn't it? And fuel and stuff like that you have to take into consideration. And obviously car payment, which is what the whole thing's for. I'm maybe over-egging it with that sort of stuff, but I'd rather over-egg it than undercook it. So we'll get back in. I'm going out tomorrow, I think, if I can wangle it. But that'll be Taxi Tuesday for next week. Thanks everybody for joining us. I'll see you next time. Up the ramble.